I had spent 3 weeks preparing that presentation. The data, the client research, the design, every detail was mine. And yet, when the day came, I wasn't even allowed in the room. "I'll handle the client meeting," said my father-in-law, the CEO of the company I worked at. His voice echoed across the floor, loud enough for everyone to hear. He didn't look at me when he said it, just picked up my slides, tucked them under his arm, and added, "You're not senior enough." The words stung. I felt like a ghost in my own job. It wasn't the first time he'd undermined me, but this was different. This was our biggest prospect, yet a contract that could change everything for the firm. I had poured myself into it, and now I was invisible. I sat at my desk, watching through the glass wall of the conference room as the pitch began. My slides, my voice in their mouths. The team laughed at the right times, nodded where I'd coached them. But something was missing because I wasn't in the room to explain what mattered most. Then the client asked a technical question, the one I knew would come up. I leaned forward instinctively. No one in there had the answer. My father-in-law stumbled through half an explanation. The team looked confused. The client leaned back, skeptical. I had written the answer into the plan, but only I knew where. I'd left it out of the summary slides on purpose, saving it for a live demo I never got to give. Then, as if on cue, all eyes turned to me through the glass. They realized it. They'd left the one person who could close the deal, sitting outside. When the meeting ended, the client walked out without shaking hands. My father-in-law stormed out next. "What the hell happened in there?" I asked quietly. He glared at me. "Why didn't you brief me on that part?" "I did, 3 times. You didn't listen." He walked off. The rest of the team avoided my eyes, embarrassed. I packed my laptop slowly. The humiliation wasn't just professional, it was personal. My career, my marriage, myself. Worth. I wasn't just an employee. I was his son-in-law, but to him I was disposable, and now I had to decide, swallow my pride or finally fight back. I didn't quit, not right away, but something changed in me. I stopped offering ideas in meetings, stopped staying late to fix their mistakes. I went quiet, not out of revenge, but out of clarity. They didn't want me to lead, so I stopped trying to impress them. Instead, I started building something of my own. At night, I worked on a side project, a pitch software tool based on the system I'd built internally. I redesigned it, smarter, sharper, clean UX. I posted a free demo on LinkedIn. It caught fire. Within a week, a startup CEO messaged me. "We need this. Can you build it for our team?" And suddenly, I wasn't invisible anymore. A month later, the company was floundering, that big prospect gone, and so were 2 others who'd heard about the failed pitch. Morale was down. My father-in-law grew more aggressive. He called a team meeting. "We need fresh ideas." He balked. "Solutions." I said nothing, but my colleague Olivia nudged me. "Show him your tool." She whispered. "It could save the next pitch." I stood, walked to the front, clicked my laptop on. "This," I said, "is what we should have used the first time. A smart pitch platform, personalized in real time, anticipates client questions, and it closes." I didn't wait for permission. I just presented. By the time I finished, the room was dead silent. Then applause. Even my father-in-law nodded slowly. That night, he pulled me into his office. "You built that on your own." I nodded. After work, on weekends, he leaned back. "We should buy it. Bring you in to run the division." I looked at him for a long time. "You mean you want to make me senior enough now?" He hesitated. "You earned it." I shook my head. "No," I said, "I'm not interested." He blinked. "You'd walk away from this opportunity." I stood up, calm and certain. "You already did the day you took my slides." I left without slamming the door. That was a year ago. Since then, my tool's been adopted by 3 Fortune 500 companies. I've hired a small team, including Olivia. We work out of a tiny office with cheap coffee and too many cables. But I've never felt more seen. My marriage, it didn't survive, and maybe that's okay. Some chapters end so better ones can begin. As for my father, In law, the company still calls me sometimes. They want consulting help. Strategy, I answer politely. I even help when I can. But I never step back into that glass box again, because I'm not the guy they underestimated anymore. I'm the guy who let them just long enough to find my worth outside their walls.